Hello friends, Kisan is here again and welcome you in this video tutorial. In this video tutorial, we are going to talk about the group by clause. When you write a HQL query, Hibernate query language, then sometimes you might require to use group by clause. And if you go to the Hibernate official website and if you follow the chapter number 15, then they have given the all details on the bottom 15.52 they have given about the group by, saying that group by clause allows building aggregated results for various value groups, and they have given some code snippet as well, right? So for example, they have given some code snippet. So here in Eclipse I have already created a project. Let me show you. So this is the Maven based project, right? So we have a pom.xml, and in the pom.xml we have specified all the dependencies which is required to create our application. So we have a MySQL dependency as well as Hibernate dependency. Now we have a Hibernate cfg.xml which contains all the Hibernate related properties. So these things how we can create from scratch already we have discussed in the previous video tutorial. Now we have a utility class who is responsible to create the session factory, and there is one more utility class I have added which basically takes date of joining, DOG, that when employee is going to join on a particular date, that is called date of joining. So that you can pass as a string and that will convert into the dates. So this is one more utility class I have added in this project. Now we have a two entity class, one is department, another is employee, and there is one to many relationship between department to employee, and that's the reason we have declared set of employees within the department, right? And another side we have employees, right? So here is the client program, and in this client program I have created first two employees, employee 1 and employee 2, and department first, and I have assigned employee 1 and employee 2 to the department 1 itself, and that I'm trying to save into the database. So once I'll save the department along with department, these two employees will be saved as well, because if you go to the department, then here cascade type I have given the all, that's the reason. Now again I have created three more employees, employee 3, 4, 5, and that I'm going to assign to the department 2, right? And again this is bi-directional relationship. So department I'm setting all employees into a particular department, and I'm setting employees department into the employees as well, right? And finally department 2 also I'm going to try to save, and finally we are calling the commit so that all changes will be permanently saved into the database. And we are using the database name is called test. So let me run this application. So once we'll populate the data into the database, then we'll proceed to write HQL. There I will show you how to use the group by clause. So now data is populated. Now here you have a department. So there is two department, department 1 and department 2. Department location and department name is also there. Now you can see it. There are 5 employees. So first 2 employees belongs to the department 1 and last 3 employees belongs to the department 2. Now we have a data populated, and now we have a second client program. There I'm going to write the HQL. There I will show you how to make use of a group by clause. So in previous video tutorial we have already learned how we can use aggregate function in HQL, right? So almost so those concepts we are going to use here as well, right? So when you have a group by clause, so mostly you have a aggregate function you are going to use. So here I'm going to write HQL string HQL. So here my use case is to calculate salary by department. So that's the simple use case I'm going to take. So here I'm going to write select. So this keywords is basically case insensitive, whether you write in small, capital, or even function name doesn't matter. You can write in capital, small, or mix of both. So select I would say from, and we have a department. So this is HQL, so instead of table name always you will have to use entity class in department. And I would say in left outer join or inner join, even left join. Okay, fetch and I would say employee, that is another entity class. No, not employee, but we have to navigate from department, right? So let's say DPT, that the alias of department. And if you go to the department, then we have a set of employees, so we'll have to refer this guy. So I would say DEPT dot this, right? Now let's say EMP, and here I'm going to write, so this, and here in select clause now I'm going to sorry, write DEPT, sorry, DEPT dot, I would like to select department name, so that's the department name, and we want to calculate the sum of the salary department wise. So that's what we have a sum function already, so that you can write in capital or small, doesn't matter. Now this salary is present in the employee, so we can make use of this alias. So EMP dot salary. Okay, now here let me break this guy into several lines so that for better reliability purpose. Now I'm going to write group Y. This is also again case insensitive. Group by you can write it capital, small, or mix of both. Group by DEPT, right? You don't need to write DEPT dot department ID, something like that. So this is already taken care by the Hibernate. Now we have written a HQL. Now we have a session dot, we have method is called create query. So I'm going to use this guy HQL, and here I'm going to write object of class. Right, now this is going to return us something like this, query. Now I would say query dot list. This is going to return us list of object. Now let's iterate this guy, and now here we have a list of object, and here we are iterating this object, and on 0th index we will get the department name, and first index we will get the sum of the salary. So those just I have typecasted into the corresponding data type and trying to display. One more thing, guys, when you write HQL, when you are performing joining, and when you select all the data, all the columns from each table, then you will have to write fetch keyword. Here we are not selecting all the columns, so fetch keyword will not be there. So this is the way to write group by clause. Now to verify it, let's run this project. Now I'm getting an error. Let's see what is that. Unexpected token line. Saying that okay, DPT is saying that unexpected. Okay, there is some problem with HQL. Okay, so DPT I have written twice, that's the problem. Now let's run it. Cool, now we got the result. If you verify the SQL query, so saying that select department name, sum of the salaries from department table, left outer join, employee table, and there on condition we have a department ID which is a foreign key over here, right? So department ID is a foreign key over here. So putting condition on the on clause on department ID, that's the foreign key, and saying that group by department 0 underscore, that's the alias of department table, dot dpt id, that's the department id. And you can see department name IT technology, total salary by department is 1,40,000. Let's verify it. So IT technology, right? So if you go to the department, then IT technology is having the in department ID 1. So if you go to the employee table, then employee 1 2 employee belongs to the department 1. And if you collect the sum of this salary of these two, I have kept the count very small so that we can verify easily. So first employee is having salary 90,000, second employee is having 50,000. If you add it, then that would come 1,40,000, right? And that's coming. Now let's verify the IT management. In IT management is having department ID 2, and department ID 2 there are 3 employees. So first employee is having salary 80,000, second employee is 70, and third is 80,000. If you add these 3 salaries, then you will come up with this sum, 2,30,000, right? So that's the way basically when you have a group function and when you have an aggregate function, and if you would like to break the data into your different tables into small chunks based on the certain condition, then you will have to use group by clause, right? So here our use case was to calculate salary by department ID, right? So total salary by the department ID. So I hope you enjoyed learning this video, and this code I am going to put on the GitHub, and GitHub location you will get in the video description. If you have any queries or any question, then please do post below to the video. I will try to answer those queries as soon as possible. So thanks for watching this video, and see you in next video tutorial.